So it looked like DiJonai Carrington just got booted from the Dallas Wings.
DiJonai, your game was stinking in the mud, and the Dallas Wings wanted nothing to do with you going forward.
What do you call a player so problematic that even referees need security backup? D. Carrington, the Dallas Wings just said. Kira, their most controversial player, and honestly, it's about time. This is the same player who poked Caitlin Clark in the eye during the playoffs, injured her own teammate Paige Becker while trying to hurt Jessica Shepard, and created such chaos during a Chicago Sky game that officials literally called for security. 4 flagrant fouls this season alone tell you everything you need to know about why Dallas couldn't wait to get rid of her. If you want Carrington out of the league, then comment, "Fire Carrington." Let's go. Before you dive into the comments, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the breakdown, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss the latest updates and hot takes.
Now, DiJonai Carrington couldn't keep her hands clean either. With staying out of headlines on the internet. She was always in headlines, punching players in the eye. And then we have to remember, she nearly injured Paige. Like, everybody forgot about that. Y'all remember when she nearly injured Paige, nearly took her whole knee out? Like, we got to remember all of those things transpired during this basketball season, man. For her to tell you, they made it their business to get rid of her.
Before we dive into how Carrington got booted from Dallas, let's first break down why Dallas let go in the first place. You know what separates a tough defender from a dangerous player? Intent, and DiJonai Carrington's highlight reel reads like a medical report. Let's start with the incident that put her on everyone's radar, that infamous Caitlin Clark eye poke during the 2024 playoffs that left Clark with a black eye and the entire basketball world questioning what they just witnessed.
DiJonai, DiJonai, you're always in a dirty play. DiJonai, DiJonai, once again, here we are today. Oh, DiJonai, DiJonai.
Picture this scene from the Connecticut Sun versus Indiana Fever first round playoff game. Clark goes for a signature shot and Carrington comes over to defend. What happens next isn't your typical defensive play. Carrington's hand makes direct contact with Clark's face, specifically targeting the eye area. The impact was immediate and unmistakable. Clark's head snapped back from the force and she immediately grabbed her face in obvious pain. The rookie sensation who had carried the Fever through an incredible season was left with a visible black eye. That became the story of the playoffs.
As everyone else has seen this angle, I'm calling her in and I'm saying to her, I need answers.
But here's what most people don't know about that play. The aftermath revealed just how calculated Carrington's aggressive style really is. While Clark dealt with the physical damage, Carrington showed zero remorse or concern for what she had done. No apology, no acknowledgement that maybe she had crossed a line. Instead, she doubled down on her aggressive approach, almost like she was proud of what happened.
Went and kind of swatted at Caitlin. Did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am.
Fast forward to June 4th against the Seattle Storm, and we see the exact same pattern playing out. Skylar Diggins drives to the basket on a fast break, looking to score in transition. Carrington comes over to defend, and instead of making a clean play on the ball, she makes contact with Diggins' head while supposedly attempting to block the shot. The officials immediately called it a flagrant 1 foul because it was obvious this wasn't basketball. This was targeting another star player's head area.
Let's watch it, and this will give us a couple of different angles.
Directions of games. There's your tip. Diggins, who's still fast, gets down the floor, buries it, draws the foul, but is shaken up.
Fans and analysts immediately recognized the pattern. These weren't isolated incidents anymore. You could see the same targeting behavior, the same reckless contact with star players' faces and heads. One fan captured the sentiment perfectly, stating, "That is not physicality. That's a trash play from a dirty player who doesn't belong on the court." The public outrage grew louder with each incident, and rightfully so.
Oh, and there's Skylar on the floor. At first glance, this might not look too bad, but when we get some different angles of it, you just see how this is clearly, definitely, 100% not a basketball play. Let's take a look. We got DiJonai.
Signals for the officials that this will likely get upgraded.
DiJonai, did you forget what sport you're playing? You know this is basketball, right?
Each incident escalated in severity and public backlash. The Clark incident became the template for understanding every Carrington foul that followed. Aggressive, reckless, and always targeting star players. Whether it was going after established veterans like Diggins or rising stars like Clark, Carrington's approach remained consistent. Target the face, target the head, and create chaos wherever possible. These incidents started piling up faster than Dallas could defend them, setting the stage for even more problematic behavior.
DiJonai Carrington is clearly a dirty player. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if Chin, what do you have going on in that mind of yours? Are you okay? DiJonai, are you okay? DiJonai, are you okay? Are you okay? DiJonai, are you okay? DiJonai, are you okay? Are you okay? Yes, DiJonai. Get it together, collect your thoughts, collect your emotions, because the last thing we need to see you is crash out.
Most players worry about hurting opponents with dirty plays. Carrington managed to take out her own teammate while trying to hurt someone else. The May 21st game against the Minnesota Lynx perfectly captures everything wrong with Carrington's approach to basketball. You're watching a player so focused on causing damage that she creates collateral casualties in her own locker room.
Ball's being pushed down court. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, this will be a better angle of it. I think we'll be able to see how hard the foul is right here. That's a hard foul, and she does get her in the face when she's coming down.
She goes for another eye poke, this time targeting Jessica Shepard, but somehow manages to injure her own teammate, Paige Buchers, in the process. Picture the scene. Shepard goes up for a shot, and Carrington comes flying in with her usual reckless abandon. Instead of making a clean defensive play, she makes direct contact with Shepard's face while attempting to block the shot. The officials immediately called it a flagrant foul because the contact was so obviously intentional and dangerous.
She basically reached around Shepard's body, but the fact that she went for the basketball and for the block really
The basketball play.
Yeah, it is. And she ends up getting Shepard in the face, the nose. I don't know which takes precedent. Oh, see, it's the hit the ball and then it's the pull back. They're showing it on the Jumbotron at a different angle that sort of looked like, watch after Carrington goes for the block, watch her pull back right here. And that's the part that I don't know if you separate that.
But the chaos didn't stop there. During the same reckless play, Carrington's out-of-control movements put Paige Buchers at risk. Her own teammate got caught in the aftermath of Carrington's dirty play attempt. Think about the mechanics of how one player can cause this much chaos. In a single moment, you have to be completely out of control and focus solely on causing harm to create this level of destruction. Even her own teammates started questioning whether playing alongside Carrington was worth the constant risk. When you're worried about getting hurt by your own player during practice and games, there's a serious problem. Buchers and other wing players began showing visible frustration with Carrington's style, knowing they could become casualties of her reckless approach at any moment.
Like, I'm sorry, you don't get to plow through somebody's back, almost injure a teammate, and then say, yeah, and then like claim that you've done nothing. You've done nothing. Like, and people are like, stand on business. She's like trying to laugh at it. I'm like, no, you're just Pat Bev. You're not Draymond, you're Pat Bev. Like, realistically, you're Pat Bev. That's it. And like, look, and I mean this when I say this. It was a dangerous play only for Paige.
The Lynx players and coaching staff witnessed this level of recklessness firsthand and couldn't believe what they were seeing. You could see the disgust on their faces as they watched Carrington target their player's face while simultaneously endangering her own teammate. Minnesota's coaching staff knew they were dealing with someone whose style went far beyond aggressive basketball. This incident demonstrated that Carrington's style wasn't just dangerous to opponents, it was dangerous to everyone on the court. Dallas Wings management started realizing they had a liability, not an asset. When your own player becomes a threat to team chemistry and player safety, you're not building a winning culture. You're creating an environment where nobody feels safe.
WNBA player who tried to rip Caitlin Clark's eye out. Zach Dean over at Outkick, hilarious. They tried to rip Caitlin Clark's eye out, has security called on her by ref. That's right. The referee had to call security on DiJonai Carrington. I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, hell, who wants to catch a stray eye gouge, a scoopage of the eyeball out, watching your eyeball roll across the floor because somebody's mad at one of your calls?
Picture the scene on May 30th, 2025. The Dallas Wings had just lost to the Chicago Sky, 97-92, and tensions were running high. But what exactly happened during that post-game conversation that made a trained official feel unsafe enough to call for security? The exchange between Carrington and referee Roy Goldbean escalated so quickly that Goldbean made an unprecedented decision in WNBA history. The specific sequence of events shows just how far Carrington's behavior had spiraled out of control. Whatever was said during that conversation created such an uncomfortable situation that a professional referee, someone trained to handle heated exchanges with players, decided he needed backup. This wasn't about a player being upset about a call. This was about a player creating an atmosphere so hostile that security intervention became necessary.
Check this out right here. Yeah, you see this guy right here? Right in this Gentile area. You see this guy? The ref asked this dude to step out here. All right. Now, Cheryl Swoops wants this referee fired. She wants him fired. Look, he felt something. He felt something was amiss. Of course, Cheryl Swoops is defending DiJonai Carrington.
Other players and coaches watched in complete shock as security was called on a player during a basketball game. You could see the disbelief on their faces. Nobody had ever witnessed this level of dysfunction in professional basketball. Players who had been in the league for years said they had never seen anything like it. Carrington's reaction on social media made the situation even worse. She wrote, "Security when I'm literally having a civil conversation is insane. Mind you, he called the security over there." Her response showed zero self-awareness about how her behavior was perceived by officials and fans. If your idea of a civil conversation requires security backup, that says everything about your approach to communication.
DiJonai Carrington, we are not even 10 games into the season. There are more times than not of DiJonai playing dirty, get a flagrant foul. Oh my goodness, DiJonai, what's wrong with you, man? Is this what your coaches condone? Is this what your coaches, like, Christy 2.0, whatever we want to call this coach? I mean, are we condoning this?
This incident became the final straw for many fans who were already fed up with Carrington's antics. They had watched her poke Caitlin Clark in the eye, target Skylar Diggins in the head, and injure her own teammate. Now, they were watching her create problems with officials that went beyond the game itself. Her 4 flagrant fouls this season built toward this exact moment. Each incident showed a pattern of escalating behavior that officials couldn't ignore anymore. The league's tolerance for her conduct was clearly reaching its breaking point when referees started calling for security during routine post-game interactions. When referees need security backup to handle you, you're not playing basketball anymore. You're creating problems that go way beyond the game. This wasn't about competitive fire or passion for winning. This was about a player whose behavior had become so problematic that trained officials needed protection from her presence. Dallas Wings management finally realized they had to make a move.
It said breaking, Dallas Wings DiJonai Carrington has been traded to the Minnesota Lynx in exchange for Diamond Miller Carly Samuelson, and Minnesota 2027 second round pick. The team sources has confirmed that.
After months of defending the indefensible, the Dallas Wings finally did what everyone saw coming. They shipped Carrington out of town. The trade to the Minnesota Lynx brought Diamond Miller, Carly Samuelson, and a 2027 second round pick back to Dallas, while the Lynx got, well, good luck with that.
Now that's crazy, because last time we seen DiJonai Carrington interacting with Minnesota players, y'all remember this on Stud Buds, right? Listen.
Just watch your step. Academy, ball. Don't fall. I got this. Okay, well now we're even because your dog's shit and piss in our room.
Oh, wow.
We're even. Hey, all right, one more thing. Hey, I love how direct you are. That's Courtney. It's time to go. Ball, bitch. Just watch your step. Academy,
No, we all remember that. That was quite funny.
But here's what makes this trade fascinating. Minnesota is a championship contending team that just willingly imported chaos into their locker room. The Lynx are sitting pretty with a 24-win, 5-loss record, positioning themselves as a major threat to the reigning champion New York Liberty. Now they've added a player whose specialty is creating problems that go way beyond basketballs.
Hey, DiJonai, they not really rocking with you. They're trying to get rid of you. They're giving no reassurance that they want you around at all. You can't get in the game in the fourth quarters. You're buried in the bench. You've been awful this season. It looks like you've forgotten how to play basketball completely. And what do you know? Good morning. DiJonai Carrington has been traded. DiJonai Carrington has been traded to the Minnesota Lynx. Boy, boy, boy.
Let's talk about what Dallas actually got in return. Diamond Miller was the number 2 overall pick in the 2023 WNBA draft and earned a spot on the WNBA All-Rookie team during her rookie season. Miller averaged 12.1 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game. Her three-point shooting has been impressive in 2025, hitting 53.8% of her attempts. That's real talent Dallas can build around without worrying about eye pokes and security incidents. Carly Samuelson brings veteran experience with career averages of 5.3 points and 2.0 rebounds per game, shooting 41.1% from the field and 39.2% from beyond the arc. Yes, she's dealing with a left foot injury that required surgery, but at least she's not dealing with behavioral problems that require referee protection.
And she's not going to be going for your tomfoolery, your BS. When you get over there, trim the nails down, play basketball, and stop all that nonsense that you be doing. Stop all the flagrant fouling. Look, Cheryl Reeves ain't going to be going for all that. She ain't going to be going for your bull crap. You will be buried in the bench over there too. Cheryl Reeves will bury your ass in the bench over there too. Bring your game, not your name. Bring your game, not your fake fame.
Dallas fans are celebrating this trade like they just won the lottery. You can feel the relief across the entire fan base. They're finally free from the constant drama and embarrassment that came with defending Carrington's actions. No more explaining away dirty plays. No more justifying why their player needed security called on her during games. Analysts keep saying that Minnesota coach Cheryl Reeve is supposedly the one person who can fix Carrington. Let's be real, some players are beyond fixing when their problems run this deep. Reeve has built a championship culture in Minnesota, but even the best coaches can't fix a player who targets opponents' faces and creates hostile situations with officials.
Listen, DiJonai, I told you last time. I'm going to tell you again. You better bring your game to Minnesota or next season you might not even be here. You might not even be here next year. You might be playing on a minimum next year to be in this league. Straight up. You got to understand, you was the same person going on podcasts talking about if we don't get what we want, we sitting and all that. You're not even good enough to be out here talking like that.
The ultimate irony. A championship team just traded for a player who specializes in getting ejected from big games. Minnesota's timing is questionable too, considering this trade happened right after Lynx star forward Nafisa Collier left a game with an ankle injury. They needed reliable depth, not additional chaos. Dallas Wings just proved that sometimes sometimes the best move you can make is admitting your mistake and moving on. They've cleared their roster of the drama and added legitimate talent that can help them build something sustainable. Meanwhile, Minnesota just imported a problem that could derail their championship aspirations faster than they can say security. DiJonai Carrington's trade represents more than just one problematic player changing teams. It's the WNBA finally acknowledging that talent doesn't excuse dangerous behavior. The league has faced increasing criticism for tolerating aggressive play that crosses safety lines. Dallas Wings made the right call shipping out their biggest liability. Now fans can focus on incredible basketball instead of wondering which star player might get injured next. If you want Carrington out of the league, then comment, "Fire Carrington," like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.